Hey artist, today you're going to get back your artwork that you've been working on. If you haven't finished adding your mountain climbers, adding the details to them, so giving them a head, a backpack, some feet, and a rope between them, adding some snow and clouds along your artwork, or drawing and coloring your yak, you have to get all those things done first before you can move on to today's step. If you have all those things done, you are going to cut out your yak very, very carefully. So I'm going to cut out his legs. I can split these into 4. I can cut out his tail. Sure not to lose any of your pieces. Cut out the head and body. When you go to cut out your body, if you have the situation where you drew your yak's head and his hair kind of comes up onto the body, just let me know and I'll show you what to do. Otherwise, cut that out as well. It's a pretty easy part to cut out. And then we are going to give our yak a little bit of hair. And to do that, I'm just going to take this bottom part of my yak down here. I'm just going to make a bunch of little snips. Just like little fringes all the way across. That. Okay, so I've got my yak cut out. I've got my legs cut out. I got my tail cut out. And I have my head cut out. I can take my glue bottle and put a little bit of glue on the back of the head. No, I don't need to put glue on the whole head because you can see that most of that yak, or most of that head, is actually going to be off my yak's body. So I'm going to put just a little bit kind of down here, dots of glue, a little bit on his ear too. Glue him down like this. Okay, I'm going to flip him over. I can give him his legs. Don't want to glue the legs on the back, or on the front, excuse me. So just a dot of glue at the tippy top of them. Then flip them over and then glue them down. Got one more leg. Okay. And then my last thing to glue onto my yak is my tail. So I'll put a little bit of glue at the top again. Glue that on there. So my yak is all put together now. Last thing I need to do on him is just put some glue on the back, and then we can flip it over and glue it down. Putting some in the middle too, make sure I get nice and close to the edge of my yak as well. I can flip him over and glue him down. I'm probably going to want to think about where to put him. Avoid covering up my hikers, and I want him to touch this white strip at the bottom. I don't want him to be floating up here because these mountains are further away. So I'm going to glue him nice and close to the bottom like this. Okay, you might want to flip it over and give it a nice back rub. Just to help him stick down a little bit better. Okay, when you get this far, you are just about finished. The last thing you have to do after cleaning up your scraps and stuff is you're going to go to the back counter, and I have some trays with white paint and some toothbrushes. I'm just going to take a dip of white paint, and our fingers are going to get a little bit messy, so I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to kind of comb my finger against it. Now I'm going to aim kind of down at my artwork, and I should get just some very small white speckles of paint. You guys might not even be able to see them on the smartboard, to tell you the truth. You probably only need like one dip of paint, it looks like. And hopefully if you're doing it right, you're not getting any huge dots of white. You know, we just want it to be a really fine mist. When you're done, we can set this back down where you got it. And then this is going to go on the drying rack. Careful not to get your dirty thumb on your artwork, all right? We don't want that showing up, so kind of hold it somehow so that way your thumb's not going to touch it. Or put your thumb in a white area like this, okay? After you get your yak done, after you got your snow on there, you are all finished for the day, and you need to clean up after yourself.